Good afternoon, welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Underground. Today we're taking another walk out of this book, Beyond the End of the Line by Geoff Locke, which you can get at your local bookshop or Countryside Books or the London Transport Museum if you want your own copy. Today we're taking the walk from here at Wimbledon over to Putney Heath. There are two walks from here, one towards Kingston, one towards Putney Heath. Putney Heath one is slightly shorter, so that's the one we're going to be taking today. So we're going to head off and see what there is to see. Suddenly becomes very red brick up here. Despite the name, Wimbledon Tube Station is not actually the tube station for Wimbledon Tennis Club. For Wimbledon Tennis Club, you want the previous station on the tube line, which is Wimbledon Park. And it's starting to rain. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is actually Earth Day, 22nd of April we're filming this on. And tomorrow's St George's Day. It looks like they have a parade up here. I think this is Wimbledon Village. I did not read ahead the next instruction. Walk up the road which brings you to Wimbledon Village with its cafes, shops and pubs. At the first roundabout, the road swings to the right. At the second roundabout, it swings to the left. Continue to the end of the village, keeping to the left-hand footway. Ah, shame about the horrid flickery lights. There we go.
It's so good.
Very fancy. Cross a small road and go ahead on a sandy track, brackets, which may be muddy after rain. Just our luck, it has been raining. And it's still trying to rain. So maybe a little muddy. It's not really straight ahead. So I think we're going this way. Suddenly, countryside. That way or that way? That looks like the horse way, that looks like the person way. There's a whole row of street lamps down there. There's quite a puddle. It's a hoof wash. First just check the next instruction really, shouldn't I? Cross the road and into the track directly opposite. Takes you into the woods. Bridle on the right, footpath on the left. Yes. Ignore all turnings to the left and the right. And somewhere down here we find a golf course. Oh, someone's been building a shelter over there. So we have to go along the left-hand edge of the golf course. Look left, one of the golfers in the woods. Oh yes. There are some golfers over there. It looks like they start over there and play across the valley. That's weird. There is sort of a track here. Oh, there's a pond. And all birds collecting nesting material. There's a golf course over there. I'm slightly confused where the left-hand edge of the golf course is, but we'll make a guess. We're looking for the windmill to head towards, so if we see that, that's where we're going. Oh, this is a T, that confused me. I think this is a T going off that way, over the pond. I bet golfers hate walkers. Aha, there's the windmill. So you head between the fairways towards the left-hand end. There's a tree root there. Between the fairways to the left-hand, towards the left-hand corner of those buildings, without annoying any golfers. Probably easier said than done. There's a ball. There's a ball. I don't actually know what this golf course is called. Maybe the sign will say. Nope, this sign says absolutely nothing. The London Scottish Golf Club. Donation car parking machine, that's kind of a nice idea. Apparently a nice cafe. Kerry recommends it. Done it again, not read ahead. I knew we had to go this way from the car park and then didn't pay attention.
To where? After.
Yes. Pass through the trees, arrive at a junction of paths, that'd be here, and turn left on a broad track. Walk for 300 metres and where the track divides, take the left-hand fork. Was that music or was that a part of his bike making that noise?
I think it could have been both. I think it was music coming from his phone in his pocket, but it could have also been his bike. Picnic.
Picnic of some sort.
Yep.
Was that a fork we were meant to move on, or was that something else? I didn't feel like 300 metres from the last junction. Here's where the path divides, and we're heading left out of Wimbledon Common. And back at the cafe there, someone mentioned Uncle Bulgaria, and I haven't stopped singing the Wombles theme tune in my head since. Maybe once we leave Wimbledon Common it'll go away. That is a dangerously low place to build a nest. It obviously works for them. This is the A3 at Roehampton. Go from London out towards Guildford Way and beyond. And this is the boundary between Wimbledon Common and Putney Common. And the bridleway appears to be a little bit of a river. And welcome to Putney Common. "30 metres off the underpass, turn right on a narrow path. Follow it for 150 metres to meet your pond at a junction of paths." Is that the pond? No. The water has the pond of keeping dogs out of the water during the nesting season. This is nice. Sound of birds tweeting in the trees. And oh, there's a duck. One single solitary duck. This bit of footpath slash access road has lampposts. Who do you belong to? Oh, there's someone hiding around the corner. Metres before reaching the vehicle barrier, turn left on a clear path which goes into the wood and becomes a broader track. I wonder if the idea was to continue that road through and it just never happened. It's like a village green. It's got proper cricket practice nets. This looks like a five-way junction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want the second right. This one. It's only a four-way junction on Google Maps, but then Google Maps is particularly inaccurate when it comes to footpaths through woodland, it seems. This tree's been dropping its seeds already. directly underneath it, which is not a huge amount of use. Very soggy. Emerge at the corner of Putney Heath with Putney Hill, the A219, on your right. Yay, cherry blossom! Must be nearly spring. We walked up a hill from Wimbledon to Wimbledon Village at the beginning. We're now walking down a hill from Putney Common to Putney. So we've just sort of been up and over a hill on this walk. the Thames. And it turns out that we've actually been here before on our London Canal loop, which was a loop of canals then back along the River Thames. We actually stood right here while I contemplated the instructions, and then we went and walked round the church here and along this bit of front here. Well, this is Putney Bridge where we're finishing for today. As I said, we did actually end up here on one of our London Canal Loop walks, so I'll put a link to that at the end of this video and in the description if you want to watch something else. I'm sure we'll be back for another one of these Beyond the Underground walks at some point in the future. So if you'd like to subscribe, that would be great. We will see you again soon.